Otherwise, that prayer of mine would have been a most mistaken malediction for her. For 40 days had remained till her death. 40 days later she had died. May Allah have mercy on her. Thus, in place of the woman looking sorrowfully at the gardens of Bala with the eye of old age, she profited by in her grave being able to gaze for 40,000 days on the gardens of paradise. For her belief was strong and she was completely righteous. Yes, if a loses his sight and enters the grave blind, in accordance with his degree, he may gaze on the world of light to a much greater extent than the others in their graves. Just as we see many things in this world that blind believers do not see, if they depart with belief, those blind people see to a greater extent than others dead in their graves. As though looking through the most powerful of telescopes, they can see and gaze on the gardens of paradise like a cinema in accordance with their degree. Thus, with thanks and patience, you can find beneath the veil on your present eye an eye which is thus light-filled, and with which, while beneath the earth, you can see and observe paradise above the skies. That which will raise the veil from your eye, the eye doctor that will allow you to look with that eye, is the all-wise Quran. 15th remedy. O sick person who sighs and laments, do not look at the outward aspect of illness and sigh. Look at its meaning and be pleased. If the meaning of illness had not been good, the all-compassionate Creator would not have given illness to the servants He loves most. Whereas there is a hadith, the meaning of which is, those afflicted with the severest trials are the prophets, then the saints, and those like them. That is, those most afflicted with tribulations and difficulties are the best of men, the most perfect. Foremost, the prophet Job, peace be upon him, and the other prophets, then the saints, then the righteous, have regarded the illnesses they have received as sincere worship, as gifts of the most merciful. They have offered thanks in patience. They have seen them as surgical operations performed by the all-compassionate Creator's mercy. Are you who cries out and laments? If you want to join this luminous caravan, offer thanks in patience, for if you complain, they will not accept you. You will fall into the pits of the people of misguidance and travel a dark road. Yes, there are some illnesses which, if they lead to death, are like a sort of martyrdom. They result in a degree of sainthood like martyrdom. For example, those who die from the illnesses accompanying childbirth, and pains of the abdomen, and by drowning, burning, and plague, become martyrs. Footnote number 12. The period of this martyrdom may be gained through illness is around 40 days of lying in. So also, there are many blessed illnesses which gain a degree of sainthood for those who die from them. Moreover, since illness lessens love of the world and attachment to it, it lightens parting from the world through death, which for the worldly is extremely grievous and painful, and it sometimes even makes it desirable. 16th remedy. O sick person who complains of his distress, illness prompts respect and compassion, which are most important and good in human social life. For it saves man from self-sufficiency, which drives him to unsociableness and unkindness. For according to the meaning of, indeed man transgresses all bounds, in that he looks upon himself as self-sufficient. Quran, Surah 96, verses 6 to 7. An evil commanding soul, which feels self-sufficient due to good health and well-being, does not feel respect towards his brothers in many instances who are deserving of it. And he does not feel compassion towards the sick and those smitten by disaster, although they deserve kindness and pity. Whenever he is ill, he understands his own impotence and want, and he has respect towards his brothers who are worthy of it. He feels respect towards his believing brothers who visit him or assist him, and he feels human kindness, which arises from fellow feeling, and compassion for those struck by disaster. A most important Islamic characteristic